I can see it now. I start a restaurant. It's Jamie's cannon-fired steak. You know, you place your order, and then a few seconds later, there's this big whoosh.
Next up, tough, raw steak gets tumble tender. And Carrie drives her boys to distraction.
I'm not stressed. I'm totally fine.
Please, don't try anything that you're about to see us do at home. Ever.
There are several simple ways to tenderize a substandard steak, but we want to find a way that's both effective and, well, unexpected. For those with limited access to high explosives or 40-foot cannons, turn left at the kitchen and head for the laundry.
So the first thing I thought of was a dryer, because, you know, it's that kind of motion, and if you put a steak or anything you want to tenderize in there, sooner or later it's got to loosen all those fibers up and make it nice and tender.
Sounds straightforward, but to make it work, the dryer needs some modifications.
Okay, so that's the slit right there. If we put that over that thing.
This is dry ice, and this is going to pour down into our dryer and hopefully keep the meat cold while it gets tumbled. Yeah, let's do it.
And to keep the meat company, a generous helping of tenderizing ball bearings.
To the chagrin of our sound guy, we're throwing it in the dryer, a whole bunch of them, and see what that does to the meat overnight.
So far, my neighbors think it's cool to be next to the Mythbusters. That could change.
Next morning, the dryer should still be running, but it's not.
Did you turn it off?
I didn't turn it off.
I didn't turn it off.
That's not a good sign.
This is the color of the plastic bags that were in there.
It still kind of turns, but
Something got messed up.
I think we might have burned out the motor. How many did we put in there? 4?
4.
4 went in and 2 sort of came out.
Adam now has a fridge full of tumbled and blasted meat to test for tenderness. And he's got the perfect machine for an impartial appraisal.
Starting from the bottom up, we've got a plate in here, which the meat is placed on. It's got a slot in it, exactly the width that the USDA specs the slot in their machine should be. Above that is a blade. That is exactly the angle the USDA says it should be. Above the blade is a pressure gauge, which, as the blade pushes through the meat, will read exactly the number of pounds of force required to push through that meat. And what's pushing this down at a constant speed but a linear actuator, which I will power with a power supply. This is exactly the way the government tests the tenderness of meat. It ought to be good enough for us.